Hey guys, Ted, welcome back to the Ted Show. I am excited to have Richard Herr with us. He is is the Osceola Response Team,
Yes.
and I am excited to have him on. Thank you, Richard. Thank you so much for what you do, and I can't wait for the audience to get to know you and learn more about you and Osceola Response Team. Welcome, my friend. How you doing?
Thank you, Ted. How are you? I've been watching your show for years now, and I love the death out of you. You know that.
Thank you. I know, and I appreciate you.
You know, if I could dress like you, unfortunately, I'm stuck to one uniform. But your amazing wardrobe is just phenomenal.
Well, thank you. All the credit goes to my wife. I can't dress myself.
Okay.
I put on my jeans and my underwear, and that's the extent of what Ted can do.
Okay.
But very kind. I love you back, and I appreciate you.
Yes,
all right.
sir.
So before we went live, I said we want to get to know Richard. So tell us a little background on you.
Well, I've been here pretty much my whole life. My mom and dad, they moved me up here when I was about 4 years old. And my dad started a landscape company, and he's had that for a long time. And about 4 years ago, he passed away with stage 4 lung cancer. And well, you know, he's with Jesus, and he's in a better place. It was hard, but you know, it was the first step of my transformation of my life to get into what I'm doing now. That was my first step. You know, I was always materialistic and had to have the Porsches and the Mercedes and all this stuff. And when they gave me news that my dad only has 1 week left to live, that's when it hit me. And I reacted immediately by reaching out to one of my friends, Dr. Osceola, which is a good friend. And I got really in touch with Jesus hard. You know, I've always been a faith believer. But it hit me, you know, when the doctor looked at me and said, "This man has 1 week to live."
Yeah.
I was like, no. I was like, you know, so it hit me against the wall. And I said, Jesus, what can I do? And I took it that I need to do every single thing I can. So I got rid of all the cars. I got rid of all the stuff that just keeps you strapped down mentally.
Right.
And I focused on me and my doctor friend. He taught me how the good things to give him, the good things to eat, what he should do, what he shouldn't do. 3 years later, he's still alive. He's still kicking and going at 84 years old.
Wow.
You know, this is pretty much around the area of COVID. So we start driving around every day, and we spent so much time together. It was just awesome. That was the first step. And then...
it's amazing.
Yeah, and then, you know, one day I was wiping his butt, and this is reality. You'll know something if you ever see my live. I go live a lot on my platform, but I'm a reality person. I just say it how it is sometimes. So I was wiping his butt, and I said, "Dad, you okay?" He goes, "Yeah, just hurry up." And well, that was the last time he talked to me. I pulled him up, and he was gone.
Wow.
And, you know, how many times and how many people in the world has a chance to be rubbing your dad's butt and your dad to say goodbye? To me, that was a privilege. It was just something awesome that I was there with my dad, because a lot of people don't have that chance.
That's true. That's true. I
And,
love how you frame it. It was a blessing.
Yeah. And so after dad left, my mom, she didn't want to be alone a lot, so she was always with me. And I had a home improvement business too, which I don't do really anything anymore except for Osceola Response Team. Jesus has made it that way. So my mom and me would drive around, and I'd work, and I got involved with the CERT program with the county, and did that for a while. And before my mom passed away, she's like, "Listen, why don't we do this on our own?" And I was like, "Mom, I don't know. I don't know if I can, you know, I don't know." But you know what? She said, "Let's do this." And I started Osceola Response Team. It's been about a year.
What was the thought process there? Was it you saw a need? What?
Yeah,
Tell us
what it
about
was,
Osceola Response Team so people can understand what you're.
what it was is that me and my mom used to go around, and this is when I was on the CERT program, and we would feed the homeless, and with having to go to the classes and spend so much time at the county learning, and because they're so smart, they're always in classes, they're always doing teachings, and it's not that I didn't want to pursue that, but my mom was at the age, and when I'm in doing classes there at the EOC, my mom's sitting out in the vehicle, and it was just, you know what I mean? I had to make a move. So we started the Osceola Response Team, and our mission at first was feed the homeless, feed the homeless. And my mom passed away probably about 2 months after we started this. And one of her last words was, keep it, no matter what you do, keep pressing forward. And she passed away. And ever since then, it's been shifting gears, more and more every day, more and more followers, more and more people. I have people like Mayor Jackie got my back. Pretty much every single commissioner has got my back, and it means something to me to know that now it's not just feeding the homeless.
Right.
I go into City Hall with donuts because you have to remember Jesus made all of us. To me, I broke away from the homeless and the rich and took away all them titles. Everybody gets fed. Everybody is united. Everybody is, everybody is one person, Ted. And that's where we have to have that unity. And I've had so many people say, well, why do you feed the courthouse? Why do you feed the police station? When you give to them, it makes them have a better day. When they have a better day, it just trickles down. It trickles down the system.
It's a big ripple. It's a ripple effect.
It is. It's a ripple instead of a dripple. And at the end of the day, that's what it really is, Ted.
So how do you get, explain how the process works? Because before we went live the first time, you were either headed back from somewhere and going to somewhere.
I was in Claremont. Now I'm in Champions. Now I'm actually in, what is this called? Right where Watermania used to be. Celebration.
Yes.
I'm all over the place. I go to Maitland. I do about 610 miles a day.
Wow.
I start off the van that I have right now. I'm looking at it right now. I'm in my little van.
It looks great.
I started with 75,000 miles. No, about 90,000 miles when I bought it. I'm at 252,000 right now.
Wow.
Oh yeah, 600 miles a day.
You put on a lot.
Oh yeah. We start at we go to Publix's, Chick-fil-A's, Chipotle, KFC's. We picked up a bakery now, and we drive.
So what happens? Do they donate the food to you and then you redistribute it?
Yes,
right?
We pick up the food, and all of us have our manager's license, so we can pre-package it. Like Chick-fil-A will give us these big bags of chicken, and we take them back to the office. We process it, make sure everything looks good. We break away the chickens, like 2 or 3 chickens in one bag. We separate it, and then we fill the freezers, which we have 12 freezers all around town. We have a freezer in Claremont, 4 in Kissimmee, 1 in Davenport, 1 in Mulberry, 2 in St. Cloud. And these freezers are filled up once a day, or sometimes more, like Broadway Pizza is downtown Kissimmee. That goes 5 times a day. We fill it sometimes. Wow. So yeah, we went through.
How do you determine how on a day, do you have a schedule? Are there groups that reach out to you? Do you know a particular area that you go to? I'm fascinated by this.
I have, say for instance, this is one of the screens in my, this is one of my schedules right here. And as you see, it stays full.
Yeah, it does.
It stays full. Now, that's not even considering the food that we pick up, or not pick up, but we deliver to. We deliver to hotels. We're delivering at 2:00 in the morning.
Wow.
So it's a lot. But
Tell me what what is so you said you've got a team, obviously,
Yes,
Osceola Response Team.
yes, yeah,
And you mentioned something on not your bio, but when you were filling out paper, we
yes,
always have the guest about the hurricane season.
yes. We
And
have a storm team too. We have,
so you
when
have
my dad
storms.
passed away, I this is my personal money that my dad left me. We spent $310,000 and built a storm truck. It's like the Twister truck,
Wow.
but on steroids. This truck's, you got 14 cameras that are live all the way around. You got 6 different display screens inside, where one of them will have Google Earth, one of them had the radar, one of them had the systems, because we have weather systems on the truck. So that will be deployed on any kind of storm in Florida. Like we did,
Wow.
I don't know if you did any kind of history of like the stories on us, but if you go to Google and go to news, you'll see where we were in Lake Mary, that tornado.
Yes.
Cleaned up that. Perry, that was about a year and a couple months ago. The hurricane hit Perry.
Yes.
We were there. We also have a bucket truck. It's not a bucket truck. It's like a box truck. That's a refrigerator truck. But we use that when we're not hauling food. And we got it stuffed with clothes and shoes and all kinds of stuff. So like, Ted, if your house burnt down today, we would bring out that truck and we would have food. We would have clothes for your family. I mean, it's not much, but listen, if everything burns down and you ain't got nothing, you got a truck full of stuff.
That's correct. What do you,
truck,
how do people, like, I'm curious, do people do, because, I know I'm going to get asked. Okay. We'll get asked.
Okay.
Do people say, hey, Richard, we're an organization that does this. Can you help us with food? Do people say, hey, there's an area of XYZ city that isn't getting fed? Do they just come to you constantly?
Lately, the audience has been, I don't want to say audience, but I want to say the need has been the nonprofits asking me to show up at their events if we can help them supply them with more. So now, with having the mayor, we've been doing events with the city and the county and stuff. Now people are seeing the events, and the events are very beautiful and wonderful because it just gives the outreach to the spectrum of people, and it's like fireworks. You know what I mean? When you go to an event and you're walking out with food that you didn't pay for, it's beautiful because look how much food is these days.
I know.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. What a blessing that it's a blessing what you do, obviously. We're going to talk more about that. But what a blessing. I think a lot of people don't realize that when you ask these companies like Chick-fil-A or the Publix, that they actually give you the food to go forth and do good with. I mean, it's a beautiful thing.
Yes. Well, Ted, what I like about the freezer is, okay, I'm at a Chick-fil-A right now. I'm fixing to pick up probably, 110 pounds of chicken. Now, if I did not have my freezer platform or freezer concept, let's say concept, what would I do with that chicken?
Yeah,
I would literally have hours. You got 4 hours total from the USDA. You're supposed to have about 4 hours. My time frame is 3 hours. If I don't get it in a freezer within 3 hours, I got to get rid of it. I don't take chances.
No.
But say we don't have this concept. What do you do with 110 pounds of chicken? You got to pass it out real quick.
You sure do.
The freezer concept can hold it up to 3 months, which technically that's my numbers. USDA, 6 months.
Wow.
I don't do 6 months. And truthfully, when I drop it in the freezer, it's gone within hours anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you can pay for Chick-fil-A, or you can go to a freezer. My thing is I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're poor. If you need the food, go get the food, because Jesus above sees everything. I get critics all the time saying, well, you got with your freezer, everybody's going to abuse it and you're going to have fights. I never had nothing like that. I've had a couple of people that's probably taken more than they should have. But how do I know that they don't have 20 people in their house?
That's correct. You don't.
I am not Jesus, and I am not here to judge that.
Right.
So all you can do is just wave at them and say, thank you. We love you. Here you go. And let them do what they got to do under God.
How do you feel at night when you lay your head down? I mean, you're obviously a man of faith.
I know how I feel. It's not even about when I go to sleep. It's about, Ted, if my heart stops right now, I was talking to you about Jesus, the community and helping people. Jesus, take me now if you need to. I'm ready. I am ready. It's the most happy feeling that I can't even explain.
Well,
I'm
it's
just gonna go see my mom and dad one day because it's guaranteed. As long as I stay on this path, there is no jeopardy.
It's contagious. Your
and if
energy.
you could do this kind of life, now not a lot of people can just quit their job and change, but you know what they can start off with? Cutting down the bills. Cut down the lifestyle bills because you don't know what tomorrow brings.
That's right. Were you raised? Were your parents?
I was spoiled. I was spoiled.
But did you get? Were they givers? Were they charitable?
Yeah. They were good people. My mom and dad were good people. My dad did a lot of storm cleanup for free, and a lot of tree companies didn't like that, and he just did his own thing, and he just kept doing it. But I was very spoiled. You know what I mean? Before my dad died, I was not that good. Ted, I was not really that good. I was very stingy, and I had to have my Porsche, and I had to clean it every day, and not one scratch. So I wasn't, you know what I mean?
I'm going to guess you're much happier now.
No, oh my God. Once you break away from the when you go out and get a new car and you get this, and the only thing nice that I have still is my necklace. You know, I got a Rolex watch. I don't even wear it. When you don't treat that as a God, and you just treat God as God, and that's materialistic stuff, then you break away from all that and you just focus on Jesus and what you can do. Man, it's just fun.
You're happy and it's fun. Well, so what, like, as we wrap up, tell me what people can do to help. Obviously, we've got the website scrolling across there, so you know how to reach Richard and get in touch with him. But what about people who want to get involved, maybe volunteer or
the volunteer? You go on the website and you hit join, and it'll take you to a platform that you just enter to donate any money, which we don't really get a lot of money donations because I don't ask for them. But if they want to donate, we have these little machines all around town at the Granny's in St. Cloud. They're like little kiosk things. Or you can go on the website. I don't really ask. I don't ask.
How about restaurants that might go, wow, that's awesome, Richard? Do they reach out to you? Same website?
Yeah, same website, everything. Yeah, same website.
That's so awesome.
And then in the hurricanes, we are going to be going live on a lot of that stuff. I could just suggest to people for the hurricanes right now, and especially you, Ted, just go around your house today, take some video of what it looks like, take all the contents, you know, just make sure, because it's hard enough, and a lot of people don't even have insurance. But even if you don't have insurance, what we do is we will come out. If you don't have insurance and you don't got no money, we're going to go out there and get the tree out of your roof. We're going to fix everything. We will take care of everything. We're a full storm, you know, we got the saws, we got everything we need.
I love it.
We just don't do the storm team that we go out and track the storm.
Right.
We go talk to the storm, ask the storm if he can go away. And if he don't go away, then we'll fix your house back. But even if you don't have insurance, there's still stuff that you could do for FEMA and all that. But FEMA's going to always want pictures and videos of what the condition was before the storm. So I suggest everybody right now, just go out there and just take some pictures, because that's you got to have it these days.
You do. All right. One last question.
Yes, sir.
Who's your hero?
You and Jesus.
I believe the Jesus one for sure.
Actually, my favorite people are the people that took their time to go to classes and to learn, to be able to represent the people that don't maybe not have that much knowledge, or maybe the people that need them. What I'm talking about is people like me, people like you, people like the mayor, people that are encouraging people are my heroes. And the main hero is Jesus, because he makes this all possible.
Amen to that, my
friend. I mean?
All right.
Our community is beautiful people, and that's what we need, to love each other as one person. That's it.
That's it. All right, Richard, you're amazing. Tell them one more time the best way they can find you and find out more about Osceola Response Team.
Okay, well, if you want to contact me, my cell phone number is 407-414-2660. The website's www.osceolaresponseteam.org. or my main thing is Facebook. I love it. You know,
Me too. I know
we
you
got
do.
we got 10,000, well, almost 10,000 followers in 9 months.
It's amazing. Well, when you do good,
Yes,
it comes back to you. You know, you get blessed.
I encourage everybody watching this, listen to Ted, listen to Jesus, and just try to do good. We're all not perfect, but we can try to be as much as we can, like if Jesus was walking the street right now.
Amen. Your energy and enthusiasm and positivity are so contagious, my friend.
Yes, sir.
What a blessing you are. If you haven't heard it today, you are a blessing. You are a blessing. All right, guys. Richard Herr, Osceola Response Team, OsceolaResponseTeam.org. Find them on Facebook. If you can't find any of those, reach out to me and I'll get you to them. So God bless you, my friend. Thank you so much for being here today.
You're so welcome, Ted.
Get out and support. And if you need help, Osceola Team, OsceolaResponseTeam.org.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.
And I love you.